Welcome back to Matt's Shack, Matt's videos, Matt's whatever. Yeah, welcome. It's a Saturday, sun's out, and I've already just been doing about half-hour work, a little bit of prep work, which I couldn't be bothered to film because I thought it's not interesting. Yeah, so what we've been up to before we've even come on camera, as they say. I was stripping down the rear subframe mounts that bolt to the cross members, the chassis rails as we call them, and I took out the rubber bush. You could mostly press these out. It's a very nice press. I didn't, so I had to mill in the middles, and then I hacksawed a split in it, and it just releases the pressure, and then you can finally whack it out. But it takes a bit of effort to do that. So yeah, we're gonna just clean them up a little bit. Don't quite know how we're going to use them yet, but we're going to use them somehow, I think. You know, they're pretty sturdy. We could even do a bit more welding on them if needed, but, you know, I expect BMW weld better than I do. Even though maybe it's not BMW, it's Mini. I don't want to offend people that I get the wrong thing there. So yeah, let's crack on and see what we can get done today. So thank you for everybody that's watching already and supports me. Not quite sure why I waved goodbye there. We're not at the end of the video, so hopefully you haven't just switched off. We're still getting on. Okay, you can't really see them, but then yeah, there you go, see the little things. So yeah, I think I could do something. I'm even just thinking roll cage tube from there to there, something. Yeah, don't panic too much at the moment, whatever I do today. I think what I definitely will do is at least get some, we want to try and get subframe in the right place, and I'd get some temporary bars tacked in maybe, just to keep the alignment correct, and then we can then obviously fill in the differences later or in a bit. I don't know. I'm still winging it. I determined, I think these are in the way. I could tie them into the box section, but actually I think I'm better off actually cutting them halfway down those, and then I'll make some new supports. I think that will maybe go up if I need to, unless they get in the way of the drive shafts, to where the old shock mounts go. So I think I'll just take it out, nip them off, and that will allow me now to get the into the correct position. So I've taken some datum lines, level lines from the front of the car, measured the angle of the front subframe, so I'm going to match it on the back one. Thank you for all the suggestions. Yes, I do read the comments. I don't reply to all of them, I'm afraid. Everyone's got their views, I've got my views. I'm not ignoring you and doing my own thing. Well, I am. People talked about swapping the subframe around. I actually did that on one of my early cars that never even got to the road, surprisingly. Well, none of my cars ever get to the road. But the trouble with that is these arms have got a certain angle to them and pivot points, and yeah, swapping 180 degrees may work better to a certain extent, but actually those angles are way completely different. Says the suspension expert who's sticking a front subframe in the back of a rear Mini, so I can't really talk, but I am. Hey. Okay, I'm coming up with plans here. So basically, you've got to get the subframe the same as the front subframe, hopefully wise. Also, the key thing is you want the track to be the same. So basically, what we really need is a straight edge through the bottom knuckle joints. I call them bottom knuckle joints, I'm too old school Mini. And a straight edge through the bottom front knuckle joints. So, I could do with some long straight bits of thing. Straight edge, and I'm like, I don't know where any is. And then I'm like, the shack must provide. And up in the top here, there's a long bar that they use to, the same as what they were making the roof with. So I think it's fairly straight. Trouble is, I think they put it up there when they made the roof, and it's too long now and I can't actually get it down. So I'm going to cut it in half and use that. I tell you what, from just guessing that in the air, we didn't cut them off in the middle. All right, so what we're going to do, drill 2 holes, the same distance of the, I'll just show you. Come on. Okay, an hour gone. You can see I put the bars in, both sides, and that allows me to measure wheelbase. That's the idea anyway. Obviously there's a few areas that could affect things as well. How I've drilled holes. Sorry for someone cutting. Bloody noisy down here. We're just basically, I've got two bottle jacks under the front of the subframe. I've got a jack at the back. I've got the spirit level. I've got a tape measure, and I'm basically just trying to get it now. I'm sort of like 97% in the area now, so we're getting a good idea of exactly how it's going to fit or how it's going to be placed. It's yeah, so I'm just sort of trying to dial it in a little bit more. Obviously we'd like to get to 98. Yeah, and then I'll get some bars in just to tack. And part of me thinking I might just weld something, I don't know, we'll see. There's no point, I don't think, welding something just to chassis rails to keep things fixed. We might as well actually try and go straight directly to those mounts that we've already got, because we've got to do it anyway. And yeah, so let's keep checking and keep measuring. We might be getting close to cutting some metal. Hey, there's a plane coming over. So I put some guide rods in just to tack, just to try and, once I was happy with the wheelbase measurement, I double checked as well. I went from this bar and I went back again, and I actually was able to measure from this bar to the actual hub nut as well on the front centers, and so it eliminated that bar, if you sort of mean. So okay, there's a slight, obviously not 100% straight angle across, but it's all about trying to measure across the diagonals, and if all your measurements seem fairly accurate on the diagonals, yeah, what do you do? So I've also just stuck a couple of bits in just at the moment, just to support the back in the correct height. So it's again diagonals and height measurements off box sections and cross members, and I'm just going around and trying to sort of yeah, get it, tighten it up, and just keep checking things and have a look by eye as well. You go, look, you know, you look down things and go, well, I've got a bit more of a gap on this side than the other side, and what's that about, you know? And it could be you've measured wrong, and it more than likely is. But sometimes, you know, even manufacturers get things slightly off. You just don't know. Don't always assume. Anyway, sounds like I know what I'm talking about. Okay, doing a bit of CAD work. Again, things could change. So I'm just looking at things and options, and we'll get something. I like work agile, as they say. Let's try something, see if it works, and move on, instead of just spending weeks trying to design something, which there's no worries with as well. But I just like to do it, see if it works. So yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, 3mm box section, 3mm sheet turned into box, welded on. I've put these joints back on now, because I'm thinking, well, great, if I can use them, it allows me to sort of unbolt this section and rebuild it and make something different if I want to, without sort of cutting up subframes more and things like that. So yeah, I still think, obviously, well, again, we're going to need some sort of support coming up, I think, just to take a bit of weight. Obviously, most of the suspension load is going to go through the strut and up into the top, you know. But well, remember, we've got the roll cage to fit still, and that's going to come down onto this as well. So yeah, for now, it's just a case of let's get things rolling and see where we are. Okie dokie. You can see it better from here. You can see what I'm doing there. Boxing that all in to that support, and obviously we'll box that support, that sort of old support, in when we're done. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. I think once we get the roll cage in, and I'm hoping the engine will let us come right down onto those, if you sort of mean, that would be really good. And then that will sort of perfectly tie all that in. So as I said, I've welded them to the old bits that I've cut off, the old mounts, so technically we can unbolt those sections and do something with them, whether they can actually come off in the car or not, depending on physical positioning and everything. But in reality, they're bolt on. We can always cut them off and weld them on properly. But yeah, so basically the subframe is sitting in there by itself in a position. Maybe we should take a few more measurements. As I said, we can loosen everything up, and actually we've got a little bit of wiggle room, because the old top mounts for the subframe are slotted as well. So you know, there is always some slight adjustment on these things. I think, again, just to make it easy for fitting on factory as well, to cope with some tolerances. Anyway, it is what it is. Obviously those poles will go at some point. Everything else, it'll all be fine. And yeah, I might have a little break for lunch. I think it might be worth having a look at the struts. Okay, I don't know if I showed you or last time. I don't think I did, actually. I basically got a strut brace cheap one off eBay. Bolted to the front, clamped it up tight, technically roughly the right position. I've now got a datum point of how high it needs to be off the subframe. Obviously you could change it slightly because you can change springs as well, and obviously I could argue maybe I should go a little bit lower to raise the back, because obviously that engine's mostly heavier than a mini engine up front, but we'll work on that. And then we've also we know how far it's got to go back, and actually it's got to go back quite far. The struts are going to be right up in this top corner, I think, unless I've done my measurements wrong. And yeah, so again, nothing's finished, is it? Obviously, but I'm just trying to do it. So it'd be nice if we could get one strut in by the end of the day. I don't think I'm going to get it rolling now. I'm a bit worried that the actual strut shock part, the bottom part, is going to come in and affect the chassis rail, which I was hoping it wasn't going to do, but it is what it is. I'll have to just sort of box it out or tunnel it out, as they do in the old hot rod business. So what I'm just trying to do is drill these tack welds off to try and be half nice and get these are the bits that hold the rear seat in, but as well as the seat belt bits are in there as well. So if I can get them out of the way, I can see what I'm doing. This can come back, and yeah. Okay, I've made a highly technical jig within 1/2 inch tolerance that holds this bar, yeah, at the right height and give or take the right position. So at least it gives us a ballpark, because you know the strut tower anyway needs to be sort of cut a little bit bigger than the strut, obviously, anyway. So we've got a bit of room to play once we've actually got the struts in. So yeah, the next thing to do is just remove some of the wiring and get the disc cutter / reciprocating saw and try and make a hole. I think obviously we do one side first and figure things out. Okay, we made a hole. There you go, that's my hand, just in case. And yeah, it's one of those things you're thinking, am I doing the right thing? Mostly not, but we keep on going, because it's just entertainment, isn't it? I know some of you are here to watch it fail and fall to bits and whatever, but we're definitely, looks like we've got to come through the box section. It was a bit annoying, but not the end of the world. It doesn't look like we have to go all the way through it, maybe half, but what we'll do is we'll get, well, my idea, I haven't got any at the moment, we'll get some sort of 3 mil thick tube. Could try and bend 3, but we'll get some real thick 3 mil wall tube, 4 inch diameter or something like that. And then we'll recess that in once we've got it. But it'd be nice to be able to sort of get a strut in there at some point today. Well, we got a strut and a front hub in the back. What am I making? As you can see, I didn't cut quite accurately, but that's what a welder's for. Still maybe a bit more positioning yet, but in principle, that's how it goes. Obviously, if I fit coilovers at any point in the future, you've got so much more room with coilovers, but we're working with what we got. So yeah, I haven't had to come, it's not even halfway through, it's gone about a third of the way through that cross member, which I'm happy with. We can box that in nicely, either, as I said, with a bit of tube or some plate. So yeah, I'm eating a bit of Greg's on the way. I think we need to trim a bit more out the front, but yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know, need to think. Duck burgers for tea, I don't know if I've told you already. And thank you for the support while you're here. If you wanted to help me anyway, check out the description, email me. Yeah, if you let me know if you've got any bits and bobs that you think could be useful and fun for this project. Oh, okay, having a sort of rest and thinking, doing a bit more cardboard aided design, Stella packet. So I'm getting close. I think we can bring the top up a bit just to keep the bottom strut plate away from the cross member. Technically that's at full length, so it can't get any longer because obviously it springs maxed out the shock, so it can only get shorter. So as long as that's over that, should be no problem. Obviously coilovers later, but I think we've got less problem with coilovers. You just got less, you know, they're not as bulky, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm going to put like a 3 mil plate on top of the cross, the chassis rail. Then we can box that in from the other side eventually.
But then the 3mm turrets that I'm going to build can then go into sort of the middle of that. It's like a spreader plate. And then yeah, we've got our plate that I bought off eBay. Oh, sorry about the noise. Which we'll weld the top of the strut too. So it'd be nice to get a couple of pieces of the strut tower in today, just so at least it can take weight, so we can then work on the other side before we get too far. So again, what I'm just still double checking is the measurements from these bolts to the outer wing, so make sure this is central. Yeah. Yeah, we won't get too close. Don't want people criticising my weld. Obviously, you've got to take a bit more out of that there. But yeah, I think I'm done for the day. Yeah. If I had a couple of you, I think you could have obviously got a lot more done, but I think we're not going too much further on that side now. We get that sort of boxed in and tacked in as it is there. And then we'll move on to the other side now, because it'd be nice to get both sort of turrets in a similar position so we can start checking things out. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know if it's going to work. I'm sure there's going to be people out there going, that is awful, Matthew. But we're a man in a shed. Walk away. Why about that another day? For now, that's all 3mm. If I get some good welds on it, you know, you could have easily done that out of, well, car stuff's out of just 1mm. But 2mm would have been fine as well. But that's 3mm. Tank material. And, yeah. It's progress. We're slightly behind our schedule now, because we're supposed to be on second week now. Should have been back on our wheels, but the week's not over. Technically, we've got another week to go. But anyway, maybe by next weekend, if we can get it back on the wheels, we can catch back up again. And yeah. All right, I'm going to tidy up and then I'll do a little wrap out intro thingy. Well, I thought I'd just try a wheel on, but I couldn't bolt it on in the end because it was annoying me. Things were going wrong. But in the end, that's in the centre of the arch, isn't it? Give or take. So we're not that far off. Yeah, just pretend it's on its wheels. End of it. I'm afraid you're going to have to move on in a minute to somebody else's channel. One of those ones that complete their projects. Let me know when you find one. So, yeah. Good day. I could have done more. I could have been more progress, but we've got things, a plan. We've got a plan. It might change. The plan might change. And I will read feedback, and I will take some of it in and do some other stuff and not do some stuff. So yeah, if you want to help me, check out the description. As I said, become a patron if you'd love to. Get early access to some of the videos and extra pictures and things like that. And yeah, stay safe everyone, and see ya midweek hopefully.